Okay, one question. Have you ever heard the phrase, story is conflict? I'm thinking you have. I'm thinking you've heard it more than once. Well, that phrase is pretty much all about your antagonist. And if you haven't guessed already, your antagonist is the next element inside your story heart. And straight up, your antagonist is going to be the one to deliver the primary conflict throughout your entire storyline. And your antagonist is going to have to challenge your protagonist and their story goal. But just like your protagonist needs a story goal, so does your antagonist. Because your antagonist thinks the story is all about them anyway. He, she, it believes they're the hero. And because of that, your antagonist must have their own powerful objective, one clear-cut mission that they want to accomplish. And their story goal must directly oppose your protagonist's story goal. Let's pause here for a moment because I'm hoping you noticed how I'm referring to your antagonist as an actual character, a person, a villain. That's because you need to cast your antagonist as an actual character. Straight up, I made the mistake during my first few stories of not casting a core antagonist. In my first few stories, I positioned the antagonist as more of an opposing theme or an idea and not a specific character. Do not make the same mistake that I did. Please, do not cast a natural disaster like a tornado as your antagonist. Don't cast an entire race of aliens either. If anything, just go ahead and cast the leader of that alien race as your antagonist. That's a quick solution there. Trust me when I share that your antagonist should be a specific character, like a monster, an evil stepmother, or a psychotic spouse. You want an antagonist that can breathe, can feel, can communicate, one that can directly affect your protagonist through their specific actions. Okay, deep breath again. I think we're on the same page. Now we're going to look at just a couple examples, and they're going to be the same ones that we looked at in the previous video. We looked at The Lord of the Rings, and we looked at how Frodo is the protagonist, and Frodo's story goal was to destroy the ring. Well, here, the antagonist is Sauron, and his story goal is to obtain the ring to enslave Middle-earth. Notice how both Frodo and Sauron have story goals that are associated with the ring itself. They're both tied together, but their motivations when it comes to the ring fall on completely opposite ends of the spectrum. I just want you to keep that in mind when you're creating your story goals. Okay, we're going to be doing that in the worksheet. But let's go on to the next example first. Gone Girl. We still have Nick Dunn. He's the protagonist. And Nick just wants, as a story goal, to prove his innocence. The antagonist here is his wife, Amy Dunn. And her story goal is to frame her husband, Nick, for her murder. Again, both Nick and Amy's story goals are connected, but they oppose each other in just the right ways. Okay, now you know that you need an antagonist, and you know that your antagonist needs a story goal, and you know that your antagonist's story goal must be related or connected to your protagonist's story goal in some way. Again, we're going to be doing a worksheet, but before we do that, let's go through the next two elements inside your story heart.